and I didn't realize what it was, but it was his paycheck. This was 2001. For 2 weeks, it was $45,000.
What?
And I was making $1,000 a month.
Right.
I was like, oh my God, this is crazy.
One paycheck.
The Woody Show.
It's another new hour. Insensitivity training for a politically correct world. Thank you for being here, everybody.
Hi.
Woody, Greg, Menace, Gina Grad.
Hi.
We got Seabass. We got Sammy.
Hello.
Morgan's here. Phones are open. 877-44-WOODY. Spill your guts to us. Tell us all your secrets.
Do it.
Hit us up with a text over to 22987. Yeah. Okay, it's funny because I overheard something and I mentioned it to Greg and I'm like, you know what, that'd actually be like a really good, that'd be a really good topic to bring up.
What did you overhear?
Oh.
Yeah, so I'll get to your calls and stuff if you want to think about it. And then, we're not going to go into it right this second. I'll give you a second to think about something really good and juicy. But like, what's something you saw or heard that you weren't supposed to? Ooh. Like it wasn't meant for you. And then now it's like, and they go, oh, you can't.
Can't say anything.
Swear you secrecy.
Like, I wasn't supposed to tell you that.
Yeah.
But something you saw it, you heard it, but you weren't supposed to.
Oh, I got something.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, so 877-44-WOODY. You'll be able to call in, or if you'd just like to text whatever you got over to 22987, you can do that. So a couple things before we get to that topic. There's a new law in Louisiana just recently kicked in. It makes it officially illegal to drive below the speed limit in the left lane on the highways.
Oh, good.
Okay.
And when they say below, the way that the law is written, that can mean 1 mile an hour under.
Okay, how accurate can you get clocked, though?
Yeah.
Well, it's not about that. I think it's for, like, that way people can't go, well, I was with, no, you were technically under. So, like, if you are holding up traffic and just being a dick, there's people who just cruise in the left lane, and you drive by, they're eating, they're vibing to whatever their stupid playlist is, not even paying attention. Yeah, but just 1 mile an hour under, you could be ticketed or even jailed.
I love this.
In Louisiana, not messing around.
This is so good.
The left lane dwaddlers, as they put them. The left lane, that's for passing, not for you to be backing up traffic, everybody. So if you're in Louisiana, move it or lose it. And by lose it, we mean your money or your freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Good idea, though.
Yeah,
that's a great
nice.
idea. And Greg, you've driven with me. You know how much I love this.
My God.
Well,
Gina's got to get to where she's going.
Gina drives crazy.
I do?
Oh, yeah. You're fast.
You're a weaver. You're fast.
I just like to, like you said, I like to get where I'm going.
And she takes advantage of being an attractive woman, where she'll do that right lane thing where cars, the lane that you
like
can park in. So it's a lane.
You can
like
park in?
Like on the street.
There are some parking spots in it, so it's not technically a lane. And she'll go down that, and right before you get to a parked car, roll down her window and give a cute little wave, and they'll let her in, even though she cut off 400 cars.
That's very Midwestern. You got to do the thank you.
Yeah, dudes wouldn't get the same.
No.
Wouldn't get the same
My husband
grace.
doesn't like to do that.
No, but like there's sometimes Gina and I are walking out at the same time. Mm-hmm. And Greg, like I'm not a slow driver.
No way.
Okay.
You're one of the fastest.
Not compared to the Gina. I am a Sunday driver compared to this baby. Like we'll leave at the same time and she'll be out of the garage and I will have just gotten to the top of the ramp from the parking garage.
She's out of vision.
Out of vision. You make the right. She's not even at the next light anymore. Like, man, she's out of there. And then there was another day I'm like, I'm going to see just how fast she's going here. And so that was the day that I was like, but I had to haul ass as if it was a pursuit. Wow. And meanwhile, here I'm driving like Mario Andretti.
Totally.
Sorry to use a dated reference, Menace. I know you're a big racing fan. There's probably somebody cooler and more like, who's
Max
the big...
Verstappen?
Who's that?
Max Verstappen?
Yeah.
Max
You have to drive like Max
You're
Verstappen.
Verstappen.
How about Lando Norris?
I'm like Lando Norris.
Totally.
And meanwhile, I finally get like close in trail, and she talk about looking like she's vibing, windows down, hands out the window. Yeah. She's doing like the feeling the air, like just go by her hand. So she's driving with one hand. God knows the radio's going with whatever it is, probably
murder
show
podcast.
tunes, murder podcast, and she is just tearing up the streets.
And if you pass me, I don't know if you ever noticed, but just in case you look over, I always got the middle finger up. when you pass me.
Well, I did because she was still she had to take the next exit. I was going to continue on.
That's my bye.
And she just like,
oh, babe.
So if you're just kind of driving by,
you just got,
and you don't know that I know her, it just looks like she's trying to get shot.
Oh, it's true. Oh, and speaking of that, I forgot the other day. Greg, I thought you were behind me in the parking lot when we were leaving. So as I'm leaving the parking lot and the gate goes up, I give the middle finger. And then when I pull out, I realize you're in front of me. I have no idea who that was.
That's funny. Yeah, didn't you honk at me the other day, Greg?
I did.
Yeah, so then I was just like incredibly slow.
You were so slow. I thought something was wrong.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh, you're on the phone or something.
No, I was pulling up some navigation.
And then at every light, the light would turn green.
Yeah.
Slowly.
I would just let my foot off the brake.
Like,
I wouldn't even,
God.
just whatever idle speed was.
It was so ridiculously slow.
Did you guys know that it's legal for motorcycles to run red lights in 21 states?
What?
They're called dead red laws. And they've been put in place because motorcycles might not trigger a traffic signal the way like a 4-wheel or more wheel vehicle, like the pressure sensors in the street or whatever.
Okay.
I didn't really think
get
they
it.
had those pressure sensors or...
Yeah, they do.
They're like weighted.
They say riders need to know the laws, though, because they can differ from state to state. In South Carolina, bikers have to wait at the red light for a full 90 seconds before then they're allowed to run it, which is what I do in an actual car.
There's certain red lights that you just don't like and you just go through.
Yeah, I don't know why they have these lights set up this way, because there's sometimes you're in a very not busy area.
Yep.
And it's,
They're
in
on
my
timers.
case, 2:00 in the morning. There's nobody out, and it's the world's longest red light.
So long.
And you sit to the point where you're like,
This is ridiculous.
What am I
is there
sitting
something
here
not
for?
working
I'm
right?
With you.
So I will treat it like a stop sign,
Same.
and I'll go. And I figured, like, if I do get pulled over, I'm like, dude, I waited there forever. I figured it was broken. I treated it like a stop. I looked and I went. And if you want to give me a ticket, that's fine. But
I'm not going to sit here for another 5 minutes.
I'm not sitting here for another 5 minutes. In Utah, same thing. The dead red law for motorcycles, 90 seconds. Tennessee, it's up to the rider's belief that the traffic detection device was inoperative due to the size of the vehicle.
I truly believe it was broken.
Which might be tough to defend if you're in front of a judge. But like, there's you go online, you'll see like a whole list of the states. The dead red law is what it's called.
Wow. I just looked it up. West Milford, New Jersey has the longest red light in America. 5 minutes and 33 seconds.
That would feel like death. 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's stupid. 5 minutes.
Yep.
I see this almost daily. I would love to hear from somebody as to why. But do you ever see at a red light, there's a car stopped at the red light, and then the next car behind it is literally 50 plus feet behind it? Why are you leaving that much room between you and the car in front of you?
There's
I
no
see
good
that
reason.
all the time. Like, do you have a weird OCD that you can't get near another car?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
You ever witnessed that?
People are terrible
People are
drivers.
so weird.
I saw somebody like, trying to make what would be a tighter turn, but not super tight. But they have no idea where the corners of their car are. They don't know where the front of their car is. So they stop a good 15 feet. You have 15 more feet that you can use to make this turn, but instead you're doing a 50-point turn.
Don't like that.
4 inches forward, 4 inches backwards, 4 inches to the left, 4 inches backward, 4 more inches to the left, another backward, and then finally you drive off. You could have done it in 2.
Yeah.
I'm like that.
Oh.
I think that, and I don't know it until other people are in the car with me going, you have so much room, but I think I have something that's like a depth perception is off.
You have a lot of
Or
problems.
I can't see like high
a
enough
lot
to
wrong.
really gauge where the car is that I get nervous. I never have any clue how close I am to a car.
Well, and also you don't have backup cameras, right?
Right.
So that's old school.
Right.
And driving while female. I mean, there's a lot of
There's that.
there's
WF.
compounding issues here.
And she wears glasses.
But there's a lot of people that don't know
Or bifocals.
that in certain states and certain places that they call it lane splitting with motorcycles,
Yeah,
right? Where,
it's allowed.
where it's legal for motorcycles to drive between in between, like there's a car in the left lane and the right lane. A motorcycle can split and just drive right between them,
If you're going under a certain speed.
which a lot of the motorcycles don't pay attention.
No.
to.
Well,
Well,
just
and
fly right through.
it's like, what's the point of having a motorcycle if you can't do that?
Totally.
Like I used to, my ex-boyfriend, we used to drive his, ride on his motorcycle all the time. And it was like, we're not going to wait. That's the whole point of doing this.
Hog.
Yeah, ride his hog, man.
Yeah, but it's not supposed to be where everybody's going 70 miles an hour and you're still,
doing
splitting
it.
between
Yeah.
the cars.
I believe it's
because
if
you're going 80.
Under
True,
40 might be
true.
the law. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, but there's certain states. California's a state where you can lane split.
Yeah.
other states as well. All right, 877-44-WOODY if you want to call in. What's something you saw or heard that you weren't supposed to? You can start sharing your stories, and then we'll get to your calls here after the break. Let's so she's not holding through the break. Just real quick, so we get an idea of what we're talking about here. Let's go to Angela.
Angela.
Hey, Angela, good morning.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
All right, so what's something that you saw or heard that you weren't supposed to?
So I had a couple of friends that had just gotten married, and the woman was expecting, and I walked into the room, and she was talking to her best friend, and I heard her say, I don't even know if this is his baby.
Damn.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You were not supposed to hear that.
What did you, I mean, how
No, I was not supposed to hear that, and my husband at the time was best friends with him, and I couldn't keep it a secret.
Of course not.
Yeah.
And why should you?
How'd that go over?
Well, they ended up divorced.
There you go.
Okay, well, then I was going to ask you if you knew how it turned out, but
Yeah.
apparently he wasn't the father.
Probably not.
And then she
Well,
found out.
You know, he never got a DNA test.
But if you have to ask.
At least he knows that there is a possibility.
Yeah.
Should have gone on
He
Maury.
treats that child just like his. I mean, that's his child.
Oh.
But at least, if something were to happen and she needs a kidney or something, and all of a sudden he's not a match.
Yeah, then
There's your answer.
That's a weird way to find out.
Yep. That's a horrible way to
It's
find out.
not your kid.
Woody Show.
And the question is, what's something that you saw or something that you heard that you weren't supposed to?
Ooh,
I
scandalous.
love that.
Yeah, I think the best example that I have, and I've heard a number of things, somehow I seem to be in the right place at the right time. If you'd like to hear
Please.
things,
Yeah.
I'm saying it's mostly stuff around the office. I think because I'm always in meetings with the different muckety mucks, and I think people sometimes forget like I'm not one of them. And I'm just sitting there quietly like on my phone. They start talking about hey, sorry, Woody.
Right.
Strike that.
Or I'll hear something like, here, I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
But this was, oh my God, years and years ago. I was doing a contract negotiation, and the company was doing this whole thing where even though I had really great ratings and I was criminally underpaid at this point, and I wasn't asking for anything crazy. Like I was actually being very, very fair. And I think I was fighting for $60,000.
Okay.
Now this is years and years ago, right? Even at that time, like that was a very fair number. So not like I wasn't asking for like millions of dollars,
Right.
so they're giving me this whole thing about they always have a sob story.
Oh,
Yeah.
they never
it's
have the
tough
money.
times.
Yeah. Well, because there was like a back and forth through email, they accidentally sent me a copy of, and I wasn't doing mornings, I was doing the afternoon show, but they sent me a copy because they were doing a negotiation with the morning guy on one of the other stations, and I saw everything in his contract.
Oh my God.
I saw how much they were paying him. He had a $200,000 signing bonus.
Damn.
I mean, he was making hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And this is like 20 some years ago,
Oh.
right? All these extra, benefits. This is in St. Louis. So it was like, Cardinals tickets whenever you wanted, all this vacation time. And like there was just a ton of stuff. And so it made my negotiation a lot easier. And next thing you know, and we were off. It was like a $5,000 difference between
my
what they were
God.
offering me and what I wanted.
Yeah.
And so that was juicy stuff. So that was definitely something I wasn't supposed to. And that was just kind of like it. That was just good luck that fell into my lap.
Did you call him out or?
Oh yeah, I said I'm pretty sure this wasn't meant to be sent to me. I said, but I'm sure glad it was.
Oh my God.
And they had to call me in. They had to call me into a meeting with the guy whose contract it was and go, this is what we did and we're really sorry. And he's like, oh, that's cool. And he was his name was Steve Shannon, really nice guy. And he's like, oh, that's cool, man. He goes, you get what you need? I go, yeah. I did.
Oh,
He
I
goes,
love
all right,
this
good for
guy.
you, man. Good for you.
I love that guy.
Yeah, he was cool. He didn't care. What the hell did he care?
Yeah, right.
This isn't the
He had a
story.
great deal.
This isn't the story that I want to share, but it kind of in that realm. I was sharing an office with the morning show guy, and I was just cleaning the office, and there was an envelope, and I opened the envelope, and I didn't realize what it was, but it was his paycheck. This was 2001. For 2 weeks, it was $45,000.
What?
And I was making $1,000 a month.
Right.
I was like, oh my God, this is crazy.
One paycheck.
I was like,
how much was it for
$45,000?
I mean, for
a 2 week period.
For 2 weeks. That's after taxes, yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was crazy.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it.
Insane.
It's pretty good.
I've never seen this before.
I found the contract. Some like fill-in morning guy, weekend guy at a station I was working at left his contract in one of the station vehicles, just like sitting on the seat. So of course I looked at it, and I thought he was making, $100,000. He was making $33,333 a year. But this is back when I was making like $11,000 a year.
Yeah. Well, Greg always thinks that people have $1 billion who don't.
Right.
True.
Like
it seems that way.
Or like oh my God, I went to go get avocados at the store and they were $1 billion.
Well, I mean, basically $1 billion.
Let's say hi to Donald. Hey, good morning, Donald.
Donald.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. All right. So what's something that you saw or heard?
Back in the day when you used to have to develop film from a camera because no one had cell phones, no one had cameras on their phones.
Yeah.
They used to do it at Stater, it was Albertsons at the time. But my friend worked there at the overnight shift, and he would look at the pictures that people would, get developed, and he would just sit there and looking at them. And I was in there buying something. He's all, "Here, check this out." He showed me a picture of my friend's girlfriend with some other guy getting all freaky.
Oh,
wow.
One of the pictures. I was like, "Oh, hey." And I told my friend.
Oh yeah, I would too.
Yeah, you got
it. There was there was a guy that I knew. He worked at one of those places, but it was like inside like a pharmacy.
Right.
Photomat, right?
It wasn't like a standalone place. It was like inside one of the pharmacies, and they had a drawer in the photo lab where they kept all the good. They had pictures and copies.
Oh.
So they throw an extra copy off every time they had a good one. They throw it in this drawer. So like whenever they wanted a good laugh, they would just go to the drawer and go like
nudes and stuff.
Oh, nudes, weird stuff.
Wow.
Like just anything that people brought in to develop. I mean, people had it.
Stories like that definitely give me a little bit of a cold sweat. Like what is out there?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna. So one thing that I did see at work was I saw this scheduled for an event that was sent out to the staff, and then I saw an internal schedule, and the internal schedule had different names on it. So that means a lot of people are going to get fired on Friday, right? Because the event was on Saturday. And then so one of my buddies, it was not on the list, so I gave him a heads up, and I said, "Hey, dude,
that was good.
Just gonna let you know you're gonna get fired on Friday."
Yeah, that was weird. I mean, I wasn't supposed to hear. It was one of those things it was said in the room while I was there. And I go, I don't think I'm supposed to be hearing this information. And then I was like sworn to secrecy, and it was like they were going to be doing like mass layoffs.
Oh boy!
And I knew like 5 or 6 of the people that were going to be laid off, and it's like you see them. So I really kind of avoided everybody in the office.
That would suck.
Yeah, because I mean, telling somebody you really got to trust that person.
Well, this is actually very recent, as in like sort of present, but I've been dealing with some family business drama, and I couldn't get any of the information I needed. I was asking people, and I'm just kind of getting like shut down, and nobody would tell me why, and I was just really confused. And I recently asked something on one of these group emails, and somebody forwarded me what I needed, and I scrolled down and down and down. And a family member put, "Please take Gina off of this list." And I was like, what?
Is that why you weren't getting the information?
Yeah. And I think it was because they knew that I wouldn't approve of some of the dealings that were going on. But
you were a person who was supposed to have a say in these things.
Yeah. And I haven't confronted this person yet, but I think it's coming. I'll let you know what happens.
Yeah, please do. That's good stuff.
You never put that in writing. You got to call the person.
What's something you saw or heard that you weren't supposed to? A couple things on the text going back to like the payroll stuff. 714. Someone in the payroll department left the entire company's payroll on the copier.
No.
I started seeing my coworkers and bosses a little bit differently since that day.
Oh, my God.
Another one says, once there was an operations manager that was sexting somebody that he worked with, and although he was married, one day he accidentally sent it to one of the new hires that I was training, and to say that the kid was shocked would be an understatement.
Oh, yeah.
Another one says, I found gay porn on my uncle's iPad when I was 14.
Oh.
Suddenly, him never having been married and all the different male roommates made a lot of sense.
Now to focus.
It's my roommate, Charles.
This one says, many years ago, I overheard a bunch of managers talking about firing me during a meeting while I was walking by the meeting room. They had no idea I heard it, and after hearing it, I deleted everything that I had created there before I got canned.
Nice.
That's John.
Smart.
Okay.
Yeah, this one says, I work for the post office, and I overheard just yesterday that someone didn't call the supervisors for backing into a customer's garage and causing significant damage.
Oh, no. They don't
So
have a ring.
I guess the mail guy made, backed into some customer's garage, but you're supposed to report that, obviously, and. And Greg, how pissed would you be?
Oh, dude.
So
Homicidal.
I've seen videos where the mail guy runs over the mailbox or, backing up or whatever, and then just takes the whole post out and they just split. Because who's going to think the mail guy did it?
Nobody.
Right.
You ran over your mailbox or the mailman?
They would never do that.
Friendly
Mailboxes
fire.
are sacred.
Yeah. So what's something that you saw or heard that you weren't supposed to? Hit us up. Call in 877-44-WOODY. Send us a text over to 22987.
The Woody Show will be right back.
What's something that you saw or you heard that you weren't supposed to? Sammy Marino.
Yeah, when I was a kid, when I was in first grade, so I was about 5 or 6, I was at that age where your parents always think you're not paying attention and don't know what they're talking about. So my mom was on the phone, and one of her friends had just had a miscarriage. Now, my mom was right. I didn't know what a miscarriage was, but that wasn't going to keep me from repeating it to somebody.
Well, she had the hot goss,
Right, exactly. So my first grade teacher was like somewhat in social circles with my parents and their friends. So she randomly asked, like, oh, how's so-and-so, which was one of my mom's very good friends. And I said, oh, she's good. She just had a miscarriage. And she was like, what? And I didn't know.
She's doing great.
Right.
Yeah.
And oh, man, when I
What
got
a double
home,
dipper of a story, because you weren't supposed to hear it, and now the teacher wasn't supposed to hear it.
Right, right. And so
telling all her business.
My teacher said something to my mom. I think maybe saying like, hey, she sort of like said this to me. So when I got home, my mom was like, you do not repeat the things that you hear in this house. If you heard me on the phone, you don't say anything. I was like, oh, sorry.
She's good. She just had a miscarriage.
She's good. She just had a miscarriage.
Wow. Morgan, what do you got?
So I was in elementary school digging through my parents' closet looking for my Christmas gifts ahead of time.
Which we all have done.
As
We've
you do.
all done it. Yeah.
As you do. And I came across a box of VHS cassette or like tapes of like Girls Gone Wild college age things, and then like some lingerie.
Oh.
And I assume they belong to my parents or maybe just my dad. I don't know.
Well, who else would they have belonged to?
Yeah, but why would the lingerie be hidden?
But they sleep in different rooms though.
Oh.
So I was like, what's going on?
Oh, okay. That's weird.
And then, I never looked for gifts after that.
Yeah. Well, okay.
That'll show you.
On that whole thing, 805 texting over when I was 12, my dad asked me to get a pair of socks out of the drawer for him. I dug down to the bottom. I found some Polaroids of my mom naked.
Oh,
No.
that was a setup he wanted you to see.
I was pretty traumatized by that.
Dude, you gotta see how hot your mom is.
It says, overheard my ex-father-in-law having a sexual conversation with his stepdaughter over the phone. I did some more investigating, and I found out that they were having a full-blown relationship. Oh my God. And she was sending him masturbation videos in exchange for money.
Oh,
What?
God, that's gross.
That's horrific.
Yeah. Steven.
Ugh.
When I was 19, since we're keeping it sexy, I was snooping around my sister's room to find her DVD player so I could use it. Underneath the DVD player in her room, there was a single copy of a porno that she made with her boyfriend.
Oh no, she made.
Yeah. And,
Pop that in?
Yeah, it says, to this day, she still doesn't know.
Oh, good. Let it stay that way.
Yeah, let it die.
Yeah, I found my coworker looking for escorts on his work computer. He's got no idea.
Nice.
How embarrassing,
man. 877-44-WOODY. Thank you for some of the calls. We got to take a break. We're out of time, guys.
Damn it.
Out of time. But yeah. If you want to text over, you can still do that over to 22987.